Hello, it's Wednesday, and I want to share some wisdom with you this Wednesday. If I were to start my business again, here are the 5 key things that I will be looking to address. The first one, number 1, is to focus on my strengths and my personality as an introvert. So my strengths, personality could be in the area of being an advocate, being a mediator, being an advisor. This is something that I do very well. Those are the core things that I would be focusing on if I had to start my business again. But definitely, I will find out what they are. So if you don't know what your core strengths are, find out, then you can apply it. Number 2 is clarify my values. It's so important that your values become your North Star. They become your guiding principle. And you're aligned to those values. When you align to it, it allows you to find fulfillment. It allows you to always set boundaries. It allows you to move in the right direction. So even when people don't tell you, or you don't have somebody to tell you what to do, knowing your values and discovering what they are, whether they're business or personal, will make a difference. And that brings me to number 3. Number 3 is get a coach or mentor straight away. No one is an island, and when you start something new, you will miss your blind spots, you might be over enthusiastic, you might make mistakes that you ordinarily wouldn't make if you had a mentor. So it's so important to get a mentor, to get a coach, somebody who might not necessarily, a coach doesn't have to be in your area of expertise. They just have to be someone who is supportive, who is wise, who has had success, varying types of success. It could be that you want to build a service business. Find somebody in a service-based business. You want to build a product-based business. Find somebody in a product-based business. It is not an investment that you should put away for the future. It is something that can form the best part of your foundation. So I think that that's so important for number 3. Number 4 is to choose one niche, one product or service, and maybe one platform. So I made the mistake of spreading myself across many platforms and definitely not necessarily mastering all of them. Later on, I mastered LinkedIn more than the rest. But what I would say is that choose one platform. Choose one platform on social media. Choose one outlet of social media, because you need to apply both strategies in creating and building your business. So when you choose, what you want to achieve is mastery. You want to achieve mastery, you want to achieve positioning, and you want to achieve expertise so that you can use that as the foundation to build on something else. And that also means that you will put the right systems in place. Putting the right systems in place to be able to use those systems correctly. Mastering the system, especially if they're techs, even if they're not complicated tech and they're just simple tech, master it and have in place the right strategies for it. Now, people will tell you that when you focus more on speed over stability, you can trip over yourself. And that's what happens. And that happened to me, where I was focused more on growing very quickly, growing fast, achieving the success very quickly, because I thought that by doing that, that would prove to people that they should work with me, they have to work with me. But the point is expertise and mastery that makes people work with you, because you can wake up from your sleep and do things that you have mastered and you have gained expertise. So that number 4 is very important. Number 5 is to find the right community. Now, for me, this as an introvert, this has been a challenge area, because there's an extroversion bias around making time to be in communities. And also the kind of communities where I can network effectively and feel that I belong without feeling the pressure. It's like being at work. If you are an introvert, you might not always like teamwork. But the problem is, everybody says, who is a good team player? That's the person that is respected. And just because you don't necessarily like teamwork does not make you a bad team player. It just means that you want less of having to do things in teams and you prefer to do things on your own. This can be a challenge to admit to. So what you want to find is a community that allows you to do that. In some families, you will notice that they even insist, oh, you have to be more outgoing. And therefore you struggle to feel like you belong even in your own family. That happened a lot. My mom always went out and said, oh, why can't you dance? Why can't you get in and be with the crowd? She didn't like that I wasn't really as social as she wanted me to be. Of course, then I didn't know I was introverted. And she meant well because she didn't want people to be talking about me in the negative sense that I wasn't really a clever, bubbly child. So those are the 5 key things. First, number 1 is to find your strengths and your personality. Number 2, clarify your values to align to them, align to your strengths as well, which is number 1. Get a mentor or coach. Doesn't necessarily always have to be in the area that you're working on, but it has to be somebody who has great experience and is very supportive. Number 4 is to choose one focus, whether it be platform, whether it be niche, or whether it be product or service. Choose one, master it first. Number 5, find the right community. Community matters even to introverts. Now that I'm in my 50s, I want a different communities to when I was in my 30s, when I was in my 40s. Those things I have come to realize also matter. You need a blend so that you can have the diversity, but you also need just the right community for you as an introvert, just the right community for you with your values. When you put all the 5 things together, that community being the icing on the cake, you might find that you find the answers within the right community. I hope that you found this useful. If you found this useful and you need any support, make sure you contact me, get in touch with me, and let's talk. I am known as the Visionary Introverted Woman, and I help introverted women to step out to fulfill their ambitions, step into their full potential to create impact and income, and step up to lead. So if you're a woman who over her 40s and introverted and very highly driven, looking to succeed in her business, in her career, get in touch. God bless.